you hear? These leaders are very sick.
Good evening, everyone. I'm This tragedy strikes the LAPD. The coronavirus has taken the life of an officer. He had been fighting for his life since May. There was live outside St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica. The officer lost his heart.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be America first. America first. And only America first. And I say, really, you know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.
Whoa! Welcome. Come one, come all to another edition of Outside the Overton. I am Joshua Vandernoord. Happy to be with you guys today, Tuesday, the cough if you're Jewish. Excuse me. Tuesday, 23rd of December, here in the year of our Lord 2025, soon to come to a close. Happy to be with you guys once again. Zeb is with us in spirit. He's taking a dump. He'll be here in a minute. But until then, we are on time. You see how this works? You see how this works? I may be Jewish. I might be I might be chosen. But when it's just me, we're not late. So I'm teasing. So today, casual audio is jacked up. What's wrong with the audio? Like, is it distant? Does it not sounds like a Fallout robot? That's not good. And sounds like a Fallout robot. Wow, what is that? You sound like I sound like a robot. Yo, something's wrong with the audio. I heard myself through Zeb's phone just now. Hey, yo. What's up? It's Joshy J on the mic. Welcome in. Hello?
Should be fixed.
Your Salone 4 says vibrato. I hear, yeah. What's up, everybody? Is it, everyone, guys, is it fixed? Just do the show like this, says triggers. Oh, triggered easily. I have the. Yeah, what's going on? Is the Roadcaster messed up? Well, it wouldn't be outside the Overton without technical difficulties. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Like mute it? I already tried that. Getting any levels? How about now? What if I turn it down over here? I don't think that would fix it, but
No, it's off. Hold on.
hello? Hello? Wow, really cool with the accents, says my wildlife watch. Excuse me, Lordy. Let me fix our
Unless it's
window.
on the audio on the eCam, it shouldn't be.
Oh, shootsky.
What's up? Merry Christmas, everybody.
I know what you're doing.
What's
You're
the
not
pro-
pulling audio from Rodecaster.
Oh, I'm not?
No, hold on. Let me hold it. Let me get a mouse.
All right. You got yours?
Josh, stop, man.
What? I picked this up.
Was left off.
Josh's
And-
fault. We'll blame Josh.
Jew's fault.
Testing.
It's Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah.
Should be good now.
Are we good?
Should be good now. Should be good.
Are we
All
good?
right.
Oh,
Chat, how we
Lord
doing?
Jesus. It's all good.
Not in a hurry.
Not
Not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. You're not in a hurry. Nobody's in a hurry.
Okay, I don't know if that guy's new, but in our X chat, everyone keeps changing up their usernames, and it annoys me to no end. If you're American Crusader, you're American Crusader forever. I'm not calling you anything else. Change it back. Change it back.
Triggered easily. Who is that?
I don't know, but that feels
feels
like
like one of
someone.
them there.
I know it's one of them. I know it's one of you.
I'm off
Looking
center. All right.
looking
What's
good.
up, boys? Ladies and crooked. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. I've been in the hospital the last couple days. Dude, it feels like a month. It feels like I haven't been in here in a month.
Without doing the daily show, I know we say that every time now, but it does. It's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? No, dude, I got a lot to catch up on. I'm a week behind, and I got a week to figure it out. So, because I know I told you first of the year, I don't know, man. It might be the Monday after. What's that? The 4th. So,
Yeah.
New Year's on Friday, right? Yeah.
New Year
So the
is
first
a
on
Thursday.
Friday.
The first is a Thursday. The first is a Thursday.
Is it?
It is, Zeb.
Dang it.
Yeah, Thursdays are rough.
Dang. It is a Thursday.
Thursday's a
It
rough
is a
day
Thursday.
to start anything, like a diet. You know what I mean?
But
It's
yeah.
got to be a Monday. Let's be honest.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fix my camera here in a second. I'm gonna grab a Celsius because I need one.
I could use one too.
I got a band on my head because I was wearing a hat today. I've been in the hospital. When I was in the hospital, I was building a tree house. Josh, take it. Tell the people what we're talking about today.
All right, guys. So what we are talking about today on Outside the Overton is, I know it's been kind of in the news for a little while now, especially if you're on Twitter, but we're going to be talking about AmFest. This is, I got a couple clips ready for a Zeb chewing a lozenge because my throat's all screwed up. We're going to be talking about Heritage Americans, Benny Shapiro, Little Benny, Little BB. What's the other guy's name? Vivek Ramaswamy, a little bit of Tucker Carlson, a little bit of Candace, and a whole lot of typical conservative grift. Maybe a little Erica Kirk. Who knows? You know, but basically which is actually a perfect setup for a project that Zeb is working on for next year. What is an American? You want to tell the folks at home a little bit about that?
Yeah,
Or do we wanna
so I got
surprise?
2 big projects I'm working on. I got one scripted out. The other one's got an outline. The What is an American? I've got an outline. That's going to take a while. That's going to be 2.5 hour documentary, educational documentary. But the other is a Pat Buchanan. That was what I was trying to get out before the 1st, and we'll see if that happens or not. But yeah, I mean, Vivek getting absolutely drugged on Twitter, drugged, hanged, hung.
Whoa.
That's what the founders would have done to him. Because he wouldn't have been useful in the field. So
For the American perspective
the
on
house. He wouldn't have been in the house
for
or
the
in the field.
For the American perspective on Indians, refer to Richard Nixon. You ever hear those tapes?
Not the Indian tapes. I've heard the Jew tapes.
They're pretty funny.
But
They're
yeah,
fun to watch.
W founders, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Vivek's getting absolutely dragged on Twitter, and in real life generally. But also, we're going to be talking about the midterms today and kind of how that's being developed. I mean, we still got until what, August of 26, I think it is, before anything happens. I think that's primary. So until then, to kind of move things around. Casey came out about a week ago. Casey, the car guy on YouTube, his name's Casey Putsch, and is running for governor of Ohio against Vivek in the primary, and everybody's losing their minds. And people like Laura Loomer are running cover for Vivek Ramaswamy.
That was
the Jew and the Indian.
That was great.
The Jew and the Indian. Oh, it's
Happy birthday, the Jew and the Indian. That's I don't know what that did to do that, but that's pretty funny.
but yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be looking. I want to look at some of Laura Loomer's today. It wasn't just one tweet, dude. She's been on a roll posting Casey highlight reels like day after day.
Dude.
Like whatever they're paying her for the PR campaign, dude, worth it, worth it.
This was so funny. How did they not get it at this point? Nick Fuentes, Casey Putsch, they're like, oh my God, listen to all this stuff. Listen to all this bad stuff he said, and then they play it, and it's like, and everyone who didn't know already likes him now.
It's like everybody was looking for somebody to vote for besides Vivek, and they had to end up with Amy Acton, and they were like, I'm not voting for a Democrat either, and so they were just going to abstain if they didn't vote for the Democrat. Everybody was just anti-Vivek, and then Casey comes along, and now everybody's just pro-Casey instead of anti-Vivek. Casey's he's resonated. He's I think he's going from like 1K to he's probably at like 20 or 30K right now on Twitter, if not more than that, and just making solid progress over the last. Has it even been a week? I don't even know if it's been a week, dude.
I think it's been less than a week. Next Casey the Car Guy video. How many Indian heads can we roll over before the car stalls? Let's make it happen. Casey is a weighing half, says at Smelly Balls. Completely agree. He is a going hard as
I haven't
club.
met the guys behind his campaign. I know he's got a few back there. You can just tell by the way they operate on Twitter. Whoever's running that Twitter. Give me the bubble. Where's the bubble? Give me the bubble.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't come when we want it to come.
Do it like sideways.
It doesn't come when we want it to come. But no, whoever's running his campaign, dude, apparently solid guys. They are doing everything they can to get him across the finish line. I think it's going to work. And if you keep kicking the hornet's nest, I guess, if you will, the uniparty, keep kicking the uniparty, they'll start outing themselves harder and harder.
This is something me and Atlas talked about on Groyper Report, because we did address this on that show. But I want to get your take on this. How do you see this going, and what do you think Vivek's attack against Casey is going to be?
The only attack against Casey I can see from Vivek's position,
right,
is calling him a FUD or a Luddite, if you will. A Luddite meaning that he doesn't want to progress the AI world, and it's going to leave America or Ohio behind because he doesn't want to adapt all these AI warehouses in Ohio, the new Silicon Valley. He wants to hold Ohio. That's the only attack I see Vivek coming from.
He's a stagnator. I got
that, and just kind of playing this elitist position of, oh, you've never ran for office, you're a recent convert to politics, which I think is not going to play well at all. I mean, the vast majority of people right now are new to politics.
Well, and that's what Vivek essentially ran on when he got in the presidential primary was, I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman, putting myself through with my own finances and whatever.
Yeah, but to the point, that attack, that if they attack him as a Luddite, I don't think it's going to stick. But two, even if it does stick, the people aren't going to care, right? The people of Ohio want to preserve Ohio as Ohio. I mean, right. That's the entire opposition to Vivek right now, is to maintain Ohio in some semblance of what it is, rather than completely transform it from the ground up of AI warehousing. So that's what we're going to see.
My concern is, the general attack that Atlas brought up, which I actually think yours is more likely now that I think about it. But what me and Atlas talked about is the only way he can really go is calling him a racist or calling him a Nazi. They're gonna ask him if he disavows Nick Fuentes.
Okay, that's where I was gonna go on.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll drive the racist point as hard.
They can't.
But I do think they will try to hook him into the Groyperism, which you're already seeing that from, and in case he wasn't mentioned in the article, but you're already seeing that in the article, where they're trying to grab as essentially as many straight white men or straight white young men as they can, and lump them into groyperism, and then take groyperism and say, hey, look, thing bad.
Yeah. You got a point there. Shoot, what was I going to say? I'm anxious to see how he handles himself in a debate on stage, because Vivek is good at that.
He is.
Vivek, he was very good against DeSantis. He was very good against Nikki Haley. But I do think that he has, depending on his ability to retain information, I mean, he obviously has the Ohio card going for him. He's a Heritage Ohioan.
Ohioan.
L'Chaim.
It's like a Hawaiian, but different.
Ohioan.
All right, so what do we have? What do we have pulled up here? I want to. Can we get to?
I have them kind of in order.
Boom.
So
no, that's not what. That's what I want.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is we talked about. I did a stream on this specific article the other day, and this is how you know we're winning. They went back and changed the title of the article away from what is an American, because like I said, Vivek's getting absolutely dragged across the board with just, I mean, even the boomers to some extent are giving him a little bit of a hard time, saying that this propositional nationhood makes me as American as you, when in fact, Vivek is an anchor baby. And so where do we draw the line? And saying that we draw the line at, okay, anchor baby is as American as somebody that's family fought in the revolution. It's like, that's just delusional. Like, there's no other way to put that. And so it's taking the extreme of the position and shoving it in people's faces, and then they finally see it for what it is. And I think it has to be Vivek. I don't think anybody else could do it as bad as him.
I think you're right on that. Which is funny, because you would think there's no way Vivek and JD Vance aren't on the same page, like that they aren't a team. Don't know why I did it that time, but it would almost make more sense to have JD Vance run this anti-Heritage American side of it. But maybe they're throwing Vivek
JD Vance has to win the presidency, and
right.
And if he takes the same position, but JD Vance is in a similar position to what Vivek is, because I mean his wife is Indian,
of course,
and this is what we're dealing with.
And that's the point. Is it's basically JD Vance at the same conference gets on the stage, which we'll get to, and he basically contradicts Vivek Ramaswamy, and that's exactly the point. This is what I tried to explain to my boss on the radio, is it's like you have all the options here at AmFest. Everything you could want. Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, Vivek Ramaswamy, JD Vance, your side, both sides of the Heritage American debate, both sides of the Israel debate are all at AmFest, but they're all bought and paid for. They are all shills.
Yes.
It is the limited hangout.
That's good, dude. That's good. If you are at TPUSA, specifically speaking, I think that is a clear sign that you are part of whatever operation is taking place.
Yep.
That, I mean, what's the argument against that? Charlie Kirk had already scheduled people. I don't even think that would have made it that far. I mean, you have Ben Shapiro that wasn't scheduled, but he wasn't scheduled for TPUSA until Charlie Kirk died.
Now that's interesting.
And so this is what we're looking at now. If you are still on the list and you're speaking, or you're on the list now and you're speaking, I think that's like I say, a lot of times I say all of this is sanctioned. If it's happening, it is sanctioned. And so, and I'm not saying it's sanctioned as in it organized. I'm saying it's sanctioned as in they're just allowing it to happen. And if the allowance of that happening, or if it does happen, then it by, I guess, definition to some extent is the direction they want it to go. And then everybody they have pushing that is under some type of control. Maybe not monetary, maybe not even blackmail, but to some extent, whether that's through, I don't know, chaos tips, if you will, to some extent. But that's exactly what we're seeing. But to the point, we're talking about midterms. We are winning. We are winning. What is an American has been changed to Groyperism isn't conservatism, it's anti-Americanism. Okay, a lot of ism there going on. New York Times changed the headline of Vivek's "What is an American?" I would be willing to bet heavily that Vivek and his camp and whoever's heading that up made that call.
Oh, yeah.
Had to. Peace to Groyperism. Yep. Probably because naturally everyone, Groypers included, mocked him for it.
There was a literally, we'll get into the video, but there was a part in it where it goes, yeah, I'll take an applause on that. Like he was, because like people, like only a few people clapped and they were kind of hesitant because nobody else was.
I was hearing boos on some of them. Some of his speeches.
Really? I didn't watch the full thing. I've only seen, the greatest hits.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it either.
Christmas crash out right on time.
Right on time, dude. Go ahead and tell the people where you and Atlas talked about that yesterday. Why does Vivek crash out on Christmas?
So this is actually something Atlas brought up on Offensively Accurate before Groyper Report, but we discussed it, where there's something about Christmas that gets Vivek to crash out on the idea of a heritage American and H-1B visas and whatnot. If you recall, he did the exact same thing last year. I think it was after Christmas, but between New Year's. So it was like right after Christmas Day, or maybe even on Christmas Day, something like that. Because I think Trump announced, or Elon Musk announced the whole H-1B thing. But anyway, besides the point. Last year, Vivek Ramaswamy goes off on this idea of heritage Americans, and now he's doing it again this year around the same time. This is something Atlas pointed out, something I noticed as well, and we talked about it, and it's basically the idea we came to is this. It's the lights. It's the snow. He's in Ohio. It's the snow. It is seeing the Christmas decorations. It is seeing the snowmen. It is seeing the Christmas trees. It is seeing the snow. And all of these things are so obviously European. They are so obviously American. Christmas. If you show some guy in the Congo a picture of a street in Ohio during Christmas season, he's going to say that's America. It feels like America. We know it in our core. And I think that's a big part of the reason people love Christmas so much, especially today, is because it's like what we talk about with Disney World. It's almost like a freeze frame of the past that we're missing out on. And if we feel it, Vivek feels it too. And it just like how it reminds us that we are American and this is America, it reminds him that he's not. And I guarantee during Christmas time, especially in Ohio, he feels out of place in the exact same street. He can walk down the same street every day all year, but that same street from November to December, he doesn't feel like he belongs. And I guarantee he gets upset. And that's why you get these Christmas crash outs. Because clearly, and we've seen this, Vivek Ramaswamy, he gets real amped up about random things.
Bullying him at one time. All of America is bullying Vivek Ramaswamy all at one time. Bring it back. More Christmas lights, more nativity scenes. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want more Vivek crash outs.
That should be like wherever he lives, put up nativity scenes in this.
Just play Christmas music.
Yeah.
Play Holy Night on repeat with nativity scenes surrounding his house.
Play me mom died in the holly. You've seen that?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Dude, there's so many
I typically don't like the song parodies, but that was a good one.
But yeah, we're talking about Vivek here, but we didn't have this pulled up, but I want to touch on this because I mentioned Laura Loomer and her kind of attacking Casey Push here. Trump hating, fake America first, pro-isolationist candidate Casey Push primed to split the vote in 2026 Ohio governor's race. First of all, Laura Loomer's retarded. You don't split the vote when it's only 2 people on a primary ticket, retard. They're trying to use these word games, right? There's no way she doesn't know what split the vote means.
Of course not. Yes.
We know what she's doing. Embolden people to comment under there and say, oh, don't vote, don't split the vote because somebody else might win. It's like, no. Splitting the vote is when you have to have 3 people in the race to split the vote. One would be the Senate race in South Carolina. We're talking about midterms. We're talking about Senate race in South Carolina, where you have Lindsey Graham that is running for his incumbency, and he's more than likely going to win. He just has numbers on his side. And then you have Paul Dans, which is running, and you also have Mark Lynch, which is running. Mark Lynch is running significantly to the right of both of them. Paul Dans is running about in the same lane, but Paul Dans is running under big oil. And so that is what splitting the vote is. Paul Dans was kind of a late in. He came in late. He got an immediate seat on Tucker Carlson's show. And he, without going too heavily into it, he basically flooded, or he defended the people that flooded Ecuador in oil. They flooded Ecuador in oil. He defended them. Texaco had to change their entire name. They changed their entire branding to Chevron.
Yeah.
That's how bad the case was.
Yep.
And he lost it. Anyway, that's who Paul Dans is. Mark Lynch is running significantly to the right of that, significantly more Christian. But that is what splitting the vote is, right? So if you had 2 people, whereas Lindsey Graham and then another one running, you would have a one-on-one essentially. But if you split that vote between that second candidate, which would in this case would be Mark Lynch and Paul Dans, then you essentially give Lindsey Graham much more of a chance in winning. One, either he has a better chance of getting 50%, or he has a better chance of winning a runoff election. That's just the nature of how elections work. And so all I have to tell you, chat, is vote harder. Are we cooked? Josh, vote harder. Are we cooked?
Vote harder?
Vote harder.
Well, okay. See,
you just need more stickers. When you go to the polls, get more stickers. I need all the stickers.
When we say vote harder, we mean you have to write your name in so hard that it literally just goes through the entire paper, goes all the way to the bottom to the table. That's what you got to do, and then we'll win. Then Lindsey Graham will stop being gay.
I want you to write it on the concrete floor, and when you finish writing it on the paper, I want it to be etched into the concrete. Vote harder. That's all you got to do. And then we win. We vote harder, we win. Are we cooked? That's the question.
This is a quick aside, but this discussion has got me thinking about. So today on the radio show, we were debating Heritage Americans, and my boss was asking, he goes, so why the Somalians, why'd they all put them in one place, and why Minnesota? And I told him off the air, and he goes, I want you to say it on the air. And I basically was like, okay, it's quite simple. Obama hates white people and he wants to kill them. So that's why he imported all of these inbred third world people in the middle
cannibals
of cannibals in the middle of Minnesota. And they're like, think about the advertisers, Josh. And this is what they said to me. They were like,
you told them out there and then they told you to say it on there?
Yes. But this is what they said.
They just wanted it out. They wanted you to say it and they wanted it out.
This is what they said afterward. They go, you have to, so here's what we would recommend going forward for my career is, this is what they said. They said, we let them figure it out. You have to kind of pose the question and let the audience kind of figure it out for themselves. That's how you get the point across. And I was like,
no,
I get why you're saying that, but they're not capable of it.
Right. They're not. Yeah.
That audience, yeah, most audiences, but definitely no.
All right, so we're going to take a look at this real quick. Chat, thank y'all for joining me today. I am glad to be back in the seat. Laura Loomer says how Tucker Carlson is amplifying an anti-Trump candidate for governor of Ohio to make Ohio go blue. First of all, Ohio's not going to go blue.
Yeah.
Unless Vivek's running by himself in the primary, wins, and then goes to the general and loses. But second of all, Tucker Carlson didn't know that Casey was running back when he interviewed him. It's a solid interview. Go to Tucker Carlson, watch the Casey interview. I think it was a very good showing from Casey. Casey's an extremely intelligent, well-spoken dude, and it just comes off great. And so, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for a debate in Ohio with Casey and Vivek. I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, you just have so much ammo against Vivek. Like, he just shouldn't be there. Democrats would love nothing. I'm not going to read all this. But basically, she does all this. She gives a whole spiel. And then we get down here. She says receipts. She posts videos like this.
Percent was Donald J. Trump, our orange man in a White House. I would imagine it kind of hurt him that he's allegedly been giving BJs to old Bubba and super pals with Jeffrey Epstein and covering up the biggest and most evil child sex trafficking ring to blackmail the world.
Sounds like a W to me.
What was wrong about that?
What's
He
the
said
problem?
allegedly giving blowjobs to Bubba, covering up Jeffrey Epstein. That's
covered
what
up Epstein.
happened. That is what is happening. This
Casey, vindicated. Vindicated.
You know what was it? Was it on? I think it was on Groyper Report. But I said, Atlas asked me. He goes, "Do you think we're gonna get the Epstein files?" I was like, "I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and print a black sheet and hand it to you. And you'll get them early." And then that literally happened. They I thought even they couldn't do that.
A million black sheets, and then I'll just hand you like 4 of them. That's what happened.
Yeah, literally.
Apparently we gotten less than 1% of all the Epstein files. And that's not including what they had already.
Yeah, we got like Epstein Island still photos. You know,
it's like, dude. At this point, if you can't see what's going on between the white binders, the Epstein release, like if you can't see what's going on, I don't know what you're doing. You shouldn't be able to vote anymore. I mean, Jeremy Hambley over there at the quartering is actually defending right now, currently, pedophiles. He said, "Nope, that's not real. Nope, that's not real. Nope, that's not real." Dog, cooked right now. Also, he got caught trying to cheat on his wife at Amfest the other day. So,
yeah,
this is what you're doing. These are your conservatives, okay? These are your conservatives with the massive followings, millions of viewers, millions of subscribers. This is who is leading the way. Along with hand in hand with Nicki Minaj. Isn't that who it was? Cardi B?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Nicki Minaj.
The same thing.
So you also know that Grindr crashed in I forget what city it was, but Utah.
No, it didn't. They're all faggots, okay? They're all faggots.
I think that happened at the RNC in 2020. I can't remember, but
JR said pictures are suggestive, but don't prove anything. It's not the pictures. It's eyewitness reports that have been coming in that have been released inside the Epstein files. It's not the pictures themselves. Maybe we can do a stream and go over that one day, but that's a big tall task.
Atlas says the Maloney Mac clip is so cringe, man. What is that?
Melanie Mac.
Oh, Melanie Mac.
Do you want me to pull it up? It's bad.
I thought it was with an A, but sure, yeah. Melanie Mac.
It might be with an A. Dude, she's cringe, but Jeremy's worse. Faggot. That's what she's known for, dude. It's like,
what the frick?
Have you never seen that clip of her? That was her thing. She would start every video that she would do, like a short video or something.
I'm not recognizing the name. Okay. I bet if you showed me, I might.
Atlas, DM it to me. Back to Casey.
Yeah, he is.
But anyway,
Casey the Car King coming to Ohio.
But this is what we're dealing with. We're talking about Amfest right now. These are the people that are telling me and you and Josh and everybody else, oh, we're going to lose the midterms because of you. We're going to lose the midterms because Candace is crazy. It's like, no, you're going to lose the midterms because you're lying to people. You got gas. Actually have gas at like 212 down the street here, Josh. Ooh. Crazy. But we're getting great everywhere else. I only got so many holes, okay, guys? Let's cut it out. Maybe we can get some votes in the midterms. I don't care about the gas when everything is crumbling.
Do you trust him? Remember
Let me
files, they were going to come out no matter what.
We'll get through this.
And then they rug pulled us. Fell flat on our face. Protecting some of the worst evil in the world. But Casey, Trump's playing fourth dimensional chess. Oh, hypothetically speaking, that's also a really easy cop-out.
Trust the plan.
Israel. What the actual hell? Okay.
Is getting obliterated in the midterms part of the plan, Josh? Is losing like an extra 20 an extra 20 seats in the House part of the plan? Is losing, if the plan is losing, then you should trust it. Because that's what's happening. If the plan is no promises made, or promises made, no promises kept, dude, we're getting the plan. We're getting it. Mass deportations, anything over like 2.
Whoa, Zeb.
We're fixing the elections, dude.
2.5 million self-deportations. I promise.
Golden age, okay? Look around. I spray painted everything gold. It's a golden age, Josh. Just look at it. Don't touch it. Just look at it. Oh, man. The elections that we're talking about here, the midterms, Josh. The 2020 Trump, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. The one that lost the 2020 election because of election rigging, election fixing, is now saying that we're going to lose the midterms because of something. It's not like we could have fixed the elections to some extent. What have we done to fix the elections? Nothing at all. And so even if we were going to win the election outright, they're just going to steal it anyway.
Yep.
Because we've done nothing. The promise that you made has not been kept. You know what, dude? I really think we should bomb Iran again. That was the campaign trail. The campaign trail that we're talking about is the we definitely need to go with. I was promised that we were going to bomb Iran in the camp. That's why I voted for Trump. That's the promise that was kept for me, Josh.
I think we should just give our firstborn to Israel.
Basically.
I think, yeah, we'll just cut through the red tape. I'm an accelerationist. Donate your blood. Get the chip in your forehead. Don't own anything. And kill yourself.
Susie Wiles is talking about going back on the campaign trail. That's where Trump's good. He's good on the campaign. He's good at promising you things. He's very good at promising you things. But when the president is the president and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, how do we get him to have an excuse of not doing anything? Well, we put him on the campaign. He's busy campaigning because we're going to lose the midterms. So now we got to get him out of the Oval Office in the midterms so that we can win the midterms. And then we'll have the House and the Senate and the presidency the second half of his term. It's like nobody cares because you didn't do anything with it the first half. It's just going to be a cop-out. Oh, he's on the campaign trail. Oh, he's on the campaign trail.
It's what he wants.
So what are the 2 ships that I mentioned? Well, the one that's got a powerful engine but no rudder, that's a ship of thieves. That's where you're finding old Trumpy. He's in that ship. He's the captain. You're finding the Zionists that have their hand so far up the ass of every politician that they're wiggling their eyeballs. And that's a bit revolting to a lot of people when you look at it objectively. The MAGA crowd fits in there as well, because it seems that they just want power. They don't really care how they get it and are just going to follow Trump. And that the words "Make America Great Again" have become subjective to be whatever he wants, rather than thinking of what is specifically only in America's best interest. That's objective. But Trump and MAGA and that ship of thieves are using it to be subjective.
This is like crazy that she's posting these as the look at this guy. He's not even with Donald Trump. These are like tame takes about Donald Trump at this point.
Yes, very, very. And this was prior to him announcing that he was running for office too. Dude, this is Laura Loomer with I think she's close to 2 million followers on Twitter. She can't, dude, 300K views. She can't break 2K likes. Dude, Casey came over here. He said, "You're just mad because I compared you to a character in Hansel and Gretel. Don't go in that gingerbread house, kid." Almost touching 3, dude. And Casey was sitting at like 8K when he replied to this. And so you have Casey, which is his account is something like 1,200 times smaller than Laura Loomer's. I mean, she's getting absolutely dragged. I mean, this is Hansel and Gretel. I pulled the image on that one. Also, they're limiting this word. Split what vote? It's just him and the cheat. But yeah, I mean, basically, this is Laura Loomer over the last couple of days. It's absolutely insane, guys. It's insane. Let me go full screen real quick. Josh, take it. What are we talking about? Jeremy Hambley? Let me pull up my DMs real quick so I don't out myself.
The Melanie thing? Is that what we're looking up?
The
thing that Atlas sent you? I mean,
awkwardness.
The awkwardness, yeah. My eyes are red. Someone brought a cat into work today, and it screwed me up. But yeah, we're talking. So Casey the car man, he's our guy, dude. I'm genuinely like, I'm excited because I don't know about you. I'm down to go to Ohio.
I thought you were going to Ohio.
Well,
am I outing you right now?
I'll be in Ohio shortly. But
there's no secret that I am not a fan of Jeremy from the Quartering. John Ward is no fan of Jeremy from the Quartering. None of us are because we are authentic. This dude is a pure grifter. Pure grifter. Worse than Temple. Pure grifter. Anyway, here we are. This is just watch this clip real quick, Josh.
All right.
I might have to turn it up some. Just real quick so you can hear it. But yeah, just pay attention. Pay attention to the facial expressions. Just pay attention real quick.
Yeah. Melanie and I will be watching the football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere family orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys? You can.
Wow. I would love that.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Wow, thanks, Melanie.
I would love it.
Yeah.
We just didn't know if you wanted to, but I would love it.
I'm great at watching sports, and by that I mean I'm solidly okay.
Well, yeah, well, we got to figure out where we're going to go. I have a dinner place I want to go, but I got to call.
Okay.
A football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere. Yeah.
So I don't watch this, whatever the stream's called. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, they said this is tame to what is usually going on there. But dude, if you just take it a little at a time here, we're gonna go watch a football game, me and Melanie. Please help me. And then she's there with her kid and her husband. Jeremy's married. She's there with her kid and her husband, and he's assuming that she's going to be doing things. That's why he said, you're going to be doing family events. She says, help me. So she's like, all right, I'll tag along just to save you. What are we doing here? How are these two, what is he paying these two to exist in this space? Like, they obviously don't want to be there. They're just tagging along, dude.
Sports, and by that I mean I'm solidly okay.
Well, yeah, well, we got to figure out where we're going to go. I have a dinner.
Anyway. That's Jeremy. That's defending the pedophiles. Let me you know what? Let me find his defense of the pedophiles too while we're at it.
That's going to be an interesting search history right there. The Quartering.
The Quartering. Are they live right now?
It doesn't look like it.
No. Okay.
The Quartering. Yeah, this is
easy. Posts a lot. Was he shitting on Tim Dillon or trying to? Nobody commented on this actually there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did he delete it? I think he deleted it.
What was the gist? Was he was just saying it's
no
big deal. Nobody cares.
I have to bring up the I'll put it on Josh because I want y'all to look at me. Josh is supposed to say things.
Face. We're
Josh,
bring up a subject that you know what we're talking about, and you go, okay, Josh, talk about it now. So yeah, the corner. I've barely seen this guy before. He seems very fat and ugly and unlikable. But
where are you? Why can't I find it?
Well, first off, I
Uh-huh.
doubt you're going to be able to find it typing in pedophile, like defending pedophile.
Well, I commented on it.
Yeah, I got you. Um, I mean, that's that. The
Okay,
nice
dude.
thing about Donald Trump is it's a double-edged sword where he is such an ineffective governor. He is such an ineffective leader that when it comes to things like covering up the Epstein
Oh,
files,
he did
yes.
delete it. He did delete it, dude. Oh
Whoops.
man.
So what did it say? Don't leave me in suspense.
Dude, I would have to find the actual so it was a document that came out with the Epstein files.
Okay.
And it was it basically was an eyewitness to Donald Trump and Epstein and a 14-year-old girl, him basically offering her blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Jeremy posted this and said Donald Trump, there's no evidence of Donald Trump. It's like, dude, you read the thing. It's not fake, it's actual real. They released it in the FBI files. And so this is what you have. You have people trying to defend it. It's just complete cope across the board.
ChatGPT, please erase Donald Trump's name from all the child sex files.
Basically. And then it gets missed. A couple of them get missed. All right.
That's what happens, man. You hire an Indian to do any technical work. They seem good, but they cut those corners, man.
Atlas, thank you for that very much. What else we got to get into? Anything specific? A lot of TPUSA stuff. Obviously, this is all going to be tied into the midterms and how we're going to lose them because Chad, it's your fault. You didn't vote hard enough. When we get absolutely demolished, when we get absolutely demolished in the midterms, it's your fault. It's your fault. You didn't vote hard enough. It's your fault. I know we didn't give anything that we said we were going to give. I know that we didn't do anything that we said we were going to do. I know there's nothing permanent so that when we lose the presidential election, everything's just going to be overturned because it's all pinned done at the in the Oval Office. Because the House and the Senate can't do anything.
Zeb,
vote harder.
Zeb, we're doing our best. I'm doing everything I possibly can to release the Epstein files, to deport illegals, to tariff.
Actually,
what's even going on with that, man?
What? The tariffs?
The tariffs are just all over the place.
Yeah, they're like $2 trillion in tariffs or something crazy.
Yeah. What was it? Doge? Our like 50 days of Doge? Cut $14.
It's exhausting, dude. It's exhausting, Chad. It's exhausting. We're all out of order. We're gonna run with it. This is Mark Levin. Josh, tell the people about old Mark Levin and the clip with him grabbing Donald Trump. Run through that real quick. Just refresh the people. Because I know you did a clip like that with Hayden. I think that was a very good parallel there.
It's so funny. I've actually
prophetic.
I've been meaning to like tweet about that. I hate Twitter so much. I hate posting on Twitter so much, but I need to.
Grab that.
Life imitates art. Lord of the Ree says messed up 109 steams, but not
190 streams.
190 streams, but not once was it his fault.
Talking about
He's talking about me. Oh.
It's never Josh's fault. Just blame me. I'll take the blame.
If you mess up 109 streams, maybe it's not the.
Thank you for the super chat. While we're here, go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already. We appreciate it. It's kind of dude. It's holiday season. We're kind of in and out off. Everybody's some people working.
Excuse you. It's the Christmas season. You heathen bastard.
It's holiday season. I mean, it is Christmas.
Christ Mass.
Is this week of Christmas, but it is just general. But between Thanksgiving and New Year's, it's kind of everybody's a little bit off. But we appreciate you for being here. Super chats are open. Memberships are open. Please support Nav. Any way you can. There's also a merch link in the description. What else is here?
My channel, which there will be stuff there next year. I promise.
New Year's resolution. We're gonna do things.
Yeah.
Promises made. We'll find out.
New year.
Josh is campaigning right now. Campaign for yourself, Josh.
New year, new me. There will be daily uploads.
Oh, that's steep. Daily?
We'll see. Sometime in January. I need I'll tell you what, I'll hire some Indians and we'll get the job done. And by hire, I mean I don't know, turn them into slaves or something like that. But Mark Levin manhandling the president of the United States. We're about to get into that.
While we're here, go ahead and shout out one of our very, very early supporters. I think it was actually the very first member on our channel when it was outside the Overton, which is 1989 Theology. Shout out to him. Go check out his channel if you don't mind. He posts some solid stuff. I think he posted a video yesterday. This said last video of the year. Good stuff from him. But we're gonna watch this. Oh, did you already go over the Mark Levin thing?
What do you mean?
Just him grabbing Trump's shoulder.
you told me to bring it up before we watched the clip.
I kept cutting you off. Go for it.
Just play the video.
Chat, you've seen it. It's just a Jew controlling his little puppet fingers.
Missing his strings.
Oh,
oops.
So this was the day before, I'm sorry, the day after this, meeting, this council that happened that I just played for you, where Trump admitted that he, is the first Jewish president.
Mr. and Mrs. America. But when he sees injustice, he sees bigotry, he sees racism, he sees anti-Semitism, he addresses it. That's what we Americans do. We run to the aid of our fellow citizens, whomever they may be, and we reject the enemy within and the enemy outside that seek to come within. And we reject the haters, the bigots, the racists, the anti-Semites, the anti-Christians, who at least temporarily have microphones. Time will tell. Be right back.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that at the very end, right before it cut to break? Did you catch that? What he said about these people that have microphones who are racist, anti-Semitic,
Zeb.
and
Zeb.
non-patriotic.
Oh no!
Going away. Because if you don't support another country, you're not America first. That's absolutely wild. But
I had the wrong thing.
He said the quiet part out loud. What? I really think he did. He said that they temporarily.
This video,
yeah,
I thought it was Trump manhandling Mark Levin. That's what I thought we were about to watch.
No,
my bad. No, you know what? Because you sent me this last night, and I watched a bunch of I caught up on his thing, and that was the last one I watched, was Levin manhandling Donald Trump.
Well, that's what I was prefacing it with. Is it just talk about Mark Levin?
My bad.
Yeah, I think everybody's seen that clip by now. But Mark Levin basically saying that we're gonna take people's mics from them, or either take them from their mics. So whatever temporarily means, Josh. What does temporarily mean?
It's a good. He knows, dude. He knows.
How else do you interpret that?
What does he call them? The Democrats.
Democrats. The great one.
Yeah.
I'm Mark Levin. The great one.
The great one. These anti-Semites, Jew-hating scumbags.
All right, I had to finish my Celsius. We got to make it another hour through this show.
We had a regular caller call in today, and he was saying he was saying I'm sick and tired of these people with their anti-Semitism. And he goes this. He goes, what they don't tell you is that the Jews actually helped the revolutionaries win the Revolutionary War.
How'd they do that?
And I was going to say they also helped the British.
Yeah, how'd they do that? Well, they funded it because they always do. They always fund the wars. It's like, are you advocating that the Jew is the stereotype? Like, these people are they're so stupid. They can only think in like a single layer. Their thought is never multiple layers deep, and it's never on a time span either. This is something I've come across, is some people just aren't capable of logic through time.
Yep. So I asked ChatGPT about it. I wanted to see what it would say since the guy brought it up, and it goes, while there are notable individuals, wouldn't tell me who they were, that helped both sides of the war, there were Jews that fought exclusively for the revolutionaries and those that fought exclusively for the British.
Fought?
Or contributed.
Doubt.
Yeah, contributed. And he goes, therefore, the idea that there was a mass conspiracy to deal to both sides, well, that's simply not true. Even though specific and noted individuals did do that. You can't say the Jews went to both sides. That's
well, just because a few are exclusive to one side doesn't mean that it's not a larger conspiracy.
That's exactly the point. Chat GPT playing field for the
AI is dumb, chat. AI is retarded. AI is retarded. Grok, ChatGPT, it's all retarded. Do not use it for logical thought or even history for that extent. I mean, maybe you can go and use it for like very, very generalization of an outline or a thought, or to get the creative juices. Anti-Semitic. That's pretty good. Use it for something like to get the creative juices flowing, but
so
it's just not what it's supposed to be.
I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but I saw also a clip from Sam Hyde, and they were talking about the Holocaust Museum and how there was a plaque in the Holocaust Museum, for all the gypsies, gays, blacks, Jehovah's, all the other groups that were in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And they were each given a different colored triangle, and it was and Jews got blue. And it was when you put them all together, it makes the Star of David.
Mm-hmm.
So to get you get in it. It's like how
I don't get.
So
it was a rainbow.
The joke, no,
it's all the Star
it's like
David,
how
it's all demonic.
It adds up to the Jews.
Oh yeah. I got you. Yep, it does, chat. It does. Are we cooked is the question. Are we cooked? I think the answer is yes. I don't think there is a political solution, as I tried to make the case the other day. If it is from a governor's race perspective. And I don't even think that's a whole solution. I don't think that's a whole solution in that it will retain the nation. But I do think it's a solution in that there will be a coalition, a join or die, if you will, to some extent. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. What do you think about that, Josh? Did you watch any of that stream?
Which one?
Me advocating for a political solution from
I did.
Governor.
I did. I really enjoyed that one, because usually you and I kind of argue on that point, but I thought that was actually, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Go check it out.
I said if there is, not that there is. If there is, it is only through governorships and coalition building of states. Let's go back to the roots. Join or die. That's what we have to build if there is any political solution. But I doubt there is. Dude, I posted on Twitter. Maybe I shouldn't have. It was probably a Fed post. I was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something about this AmFest stuff. And I was like, this really makes me think, how far could I get with just extreme violence?
Okay, yeah, just stop. Please. I don't want to go into business.
Go arrest Josh on a RICO charge. He told me to think that.
You're gonna see me in the interrogation room with a Caniac combo. Whatever Nick's favorite Caniac Cane's combo order is, that's what I'll be having.
Did he roast somebody the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, is that where you calling from?
Yeah. Where someone was like, "What's your favorite Cane's order?" And it's like, they sell one thing. They sell the chicken.
The chicken fingers. That's pretty funny. All right, so we got the Blaze here and John Doyle. What are we talking about? Should conservatives really support Muslims? Is this what I sent you?
Yeah.
I remember sending it. I don't remember watching it. Let's watch it together.
Okay.
Tucker Carlson's speech at America Fest yesterday kind of threw me for a curveball, John.
What you're watching now, attacking millions of Americans because they're Muslims? It's disgusting.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah. Millions of Americans because they're Muslim.
There's no Muslim that is American.
Period.
They are exclusive. They're mutually exclusive. You cannot be Muslim and American.
And I'm a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I know there's a lot of effort to claim I'm a secret jihadi. I'm not. You should not attack people on those grounds. And you're seeing it from Republicans. What the hell are you doing? What you're doing is trying to divide the country. And I've lived through 50 years of this crap. All these fake race wars that they're always promoting.
I actually have a
Fake race wars they're always promoting. It's not fake, dude. I'll finish the clip. But it's like we talked about it earlier, is that the AmFest event is very much sanctioned. If you are a speaker at the AmFest event, I know there's a lot of infighting going on between Tucker and Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro and whoever else across the board. Just everybody there is having this massive headbutting competition that only benefits them because it's sanctioned, because it's allowed to happen, because they essentially agree to it, because they're all just playing this game of more numbers, more eyeballs. And when they do that, you get Tucker Carlson saying stupid shit like
to
this.
divide the country. And I've lived through 50 years of this crap. What you're doing is trying to divide the country. And I've lived through 50.
Yeah, I'm trying to divide the country. You think I want to go hand in hand with the Muslims, Josh? You think I want to walk down the street with some Allahu Akbar and let him blow himself up while I'm hanging on for dear life? No, let's not do that.
It's this boomer mentality that the only reason there's any racial tension is because it's being stoked by the globalists. It's being stoked by all these like international transhuman powers. Oh, wait a minute. Why would they do that? Because it makes them money? But don't say anything bad about capitalism. It's crony capitalism.
50 years of this crap. All these fake race wars that they're always promoting.
I actually have a major problem with the Islam-Muslim rhetoric coming from Tucker Carlson. I actually don't think, I think it's wrong. I think it's a leftist tactic to say it's evil. It's evil to be anti-Islam.
Literally the framing of what he's even saying is itself leftist coded, because he's making the argument that people
give the beard a rest, get a haircut.
Could all get along and be Americans were it not for these evil elites motivated by money trying to divide the people. This has been like the way that they've tried to explain all the woke stuff rather than calling it what it is, which is just like fueled by anti-white, anti-American, anti-Christian sentiment, saying it's actually that it's these elite bankers, rich people or whatever who are trying to divide the 99%. It's just like recycled Occupy Wall Street talking points, just totally inaccurate. And I
just want to note that this desk, not as good as mine, Josh. True.
Definitely.
Do we have the main screen up?
Slightly.
It's over there. You can't see it. Same but different. Same but different.
Same
but better.
But different.
It's just totally inaccurate. And I love Tucker.
Maybe I need a backdrop like that.
I had a canvas in my apartment of Tucker Carlson. He's like a great patriot. And so I don't know. Well, I used to. I had to tear it down like Syndrome in The Incredible. This guy's coming out here like, what, a week after we just had a Muslim terror attack in Australia. So you're talking about people who define themselves literally by their opposition to Western civilization, to Christian civilization. There is no...
What's your
Did I have posters?
Yeah. Did you ever have posters?
Not really. Not like that. No. I had
that's one thing that you would always see in movies, like kids having imaginary friends and having like just decked out,
Josh,
totally
you had
customized
imaginary friends.
They're still here.
Saying it's actually that it's these elite bankers, rich people or whatever who are trying to divide the 99%. It's just like recycled Occupy Wall Street talking points, just totally inaccurate. And I love Tucker. I had a canvas in my apartment of Tucker Carlson. He's like a great patriot. And so I don't know. Well, I used to. I had to tear it down like Syndrome in The Incredible. This guy's coming out here like, what, a week after we just had a Muslim terror attack in Australia. So you're talking about people who define themselves literally by their opposition to Western civilization, to Christian civilization. There is no scenario where you can ever ally with people who are Muslim, not because they're like, bad people or whatever, but because their beliefs, which they hold very closely to their identity, are not just like incompatible with ours, but they're actually actively hostile to them.
I think Tucker has been...
I don't remember exactly why I sent you this clip, Josh, but I think I watched like the first few seconds of it and got the Tucker's take, and I was like, yeah. That's retarded. And then John Doyle basically lays out my kind of thought process. Y'all like to give John Doyle a lot of shit, but I think he's right on a lot of things.
I thought that his take was good.
It's a good take. It's a good take. But this is the thing is we would align with Tucker more than we would John on most things. But this thing is flipped around. And it's like, I don't understand. There's no like unifying thing. There's nothing. I mean, you can say America first to an extent, but there's no like unifying process on the right for, how do I say this? There's no route for us to agree on everything to move forward. Does that make sense?
No, exactly. I agree with John Doyle on this, but damn, he sucks on like Israel and all this other stuff. Tucker Carlson's a Fed, but he's the only one criticizing Israel. I mean, he's not, but essentially, yes. In the
is that the intent? Is that the complete fracture? Is that the intent?
Yes,
to have no unification.
Yes, that is what it is.
And TPUSA is facilitating this. The AMFS is facilitating this.
This is what they do. This is what they do, Zeb. You take everything we want. We want to talk about heritage Americans. We don't want to give money to Israel. And they take those 2 points and they split them. So John Doyle will talk about being a heritage American, but he's pro-Israel. Tucker Carlson is anti-Israel, but he's a total meritocracy guy. So you have to pick, and then whichever one of them gets in, they deliver on the one thing that you don't want that they're for. That's how it works. That's what it is.
Dang, that's it.
You vote for Donald Trump for a wall, and it's like, oh, I'm not totally in favor of his Israel stuff, but hey, we're getting a wall.
No wall.
Wrong.
War. That's exactly what it is, dude. They establish the positions, and you are forced to side with one of them to some extent. Just like with the Candace thing. You don't have to agree with Candace on everything, but if you question their narrative, you have to adopt everything that Candace stands for. And if you don't want to be on Candace's side, you have to adopt the narrative completely. And then they just rug pull you on whatever's happening. Dang, that's it, dude. And TPUSA is facilitating this. And facilitates it. The Blaze, Daily Wire, all these people. The Daily Wire, just in a nutshell. You want to go Heritage America, find a Matt Walsh to some extent. And let's make what is an American documentary or whatever he's building right now, History of America or something. And let's all agree with Matt Walsh, but I really like Michael Knowles on this thing. And then just you get undercut by Matt Walsh again. That's a good way to look at it, dude. Did you just dome piece that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have my moments.
That's good, dude. That's good. Solid work from the crypto Jew over here.
Occasionally my Jewish genes kick in and I see the ley lines.
Back to
but how would Swami.
He's Indian. Dude, we need to parody that, dude. Let's parody that. We got to figure out.
I want to see. I gotta monkey around with Suno or Suno, whatever, to see if it'll make some racist songs.
We'll write out some lyrics to that one. I'm sure we could come up with some good stuff. Oh man, here's a Heritage American positioning. Yeah, so this is again. We'll talk about Vivek. If you're extremely pro AI, if you're extremely pro free market capitalism, you're going to side with Vivek on the vast majority of this, and you're going to get no Heritage America, complete propositional nation.
Sizing the woke left. Now let me get to the harder part. There's a different vision of American identity that's emergent in certain corridors of the online right, and it says that your identity as an American is based on your lineage. That how long you have been in the country, your lineage and your genetics tied to the blood and soil of the country determines how American you are. It is the idea of a heritage American that says the truest form of an American is somebody who is a descendant of the American Revolution period or before. And I will tell you, this idea of the heritage American, we ought to have this discussion. It's becoming more popular. I think the idea of a heritage American is about as loony as anything the woke left has actually put up. There is no American who is more American than somebody else. The American quality, it's not like the left, they believe in this non-binary stuff. There's no non-binary American. It is binary. Either you're an American or you're not. And you think about it, I could prove this to you. Thank you. I'll take some applause on that.
I don't know what he's saying. I don't care what he's saying.
I can't hear him
care.
anymore.
Literally don't care. Literally don't care what he's saying. Literally don't care. The Indian is trying to tell me what an American is. That's not how this works. Yeah, it's like there's no conflict of interest here, Vivek. No conflict of interest. You're not an American. At best, you're an anchor baby. Your father's been here for 40 years and refuses to give up his Indian citizenship to become an American citizen because India does not allow dual citizenship.
You don't say.
That's crazy.
Why would they do that? Is about as loony as anything the left has come up with.
But yeah, Vivek is going to ruin everything he touches if he continues down this road of the Americans aren't American. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, okay, if everyone can be an American, what are the Americans like? Just American, but everybody else is whatever plus American.
Yeah.
Like I could go down the line of contradictions that list it, and that would be at the bottom. And it still makes more sense than saying, oh, it's just an idea. There's 8 billion Americans in the world.
And this is something that the boomers, they can't wrap their minds around. They have this like overly emotional idea of what an American is. This is something I was arguing about with my boss today. And I said, he goes, what about the Americans that are like these uber liberals? I was like, a gay, transgender, Democrat, descendant of Ben Franklin is more American than Vivek Ramaswamy.
Absolutely.
And they're like, no.
I will contend that they are less American than someone that isn't.
Yes. They are less American than
they are ideological traitors.
Yes. They might. Yes, that's a great way to put it.
They have forfeited their ideological Americanism.
Yes.
They're still American, but they have forfeited their ideological Americanism. And so when I do this project, I will have a solution for those people.
Prison.
You remove their Americanism entirely. If they forfeit their Americanism through thought, they forfeit their Americanism through body.
We are going to inject them with Indian DNA.
They are traitors.
And then they will be deported.
They are
like
traitors
real ones.
to their fathers. They are traitors to the nation. Chat, what do we do with traitors? They forfeit their Americanism. How do you remove their American? How do you remove the American from the American?
Labor camps.
No labor camps. We're not doing labor camps, Josh.
Please, I really
doing labor camps.
I really like it. I want. That's what I want for Christmas, Zeb. I want my labor camps.
We're gonna have a tier
fit it down the
society.
chimney.
We have a place for labor camps. Those people that forfeit their Americanism through thought also forfeit their Americanism through body.
Santa, send me a labor camp down the chimney so I can send them back up.
So I said pikes. Really, really, really tall pikes. Yes.
The Capitol building.
Pine tree
will be red.
Is that going to get me in trouble? I don't know. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. This is
contrast.
What's this one, Josh?
So this is JD Vance. I hope this is the one I tried to get. The one where he basically contradicts Vivek.
Side of you, I mean all of you, each and every one. President Trump did not build the greatest coalition in politics by running his supporters through endless, self-defeating purity tests. He says, make America great again because every American is invited.
You saw Atlas's thumbnail from his show the other day. It was Vivek, and it was 8 billion undocumented Americans. Yep.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're white or black, rich or poor, young or old, rural or urban, controversial or a little bit boring or somewhere in between. People of every faith come to our banner because they know that the America First movement will make their lives better, and they also know that the Democrats don't care about anything other than maybe transing their kids.
Got him.
So if you
Real
love
zinger there.
America, if you want all of us to be richer, stronger, safer, and prouder, you have a home on this team. I didn't bring a list of conservatives to denounce or to deplatform, and I don't really care if some people out there, I'm sure we'll have the fake news media, denounce me after this speech. But let me just say, the best way to honor Charlie is that none of us here should be doing something after Charlie's death that he himself refused to do in life. He invited all of us here.
Except Bishop Hill.
Charlie invited all of us here for a reason, because he believed that each of us, all of us, had something worth saying, and he trusted all of you to make your own judgment.
No, I was looking for the one where he says it's okay to be white, but I mean, he literally just said what I said, so you get. I learned I'm allergic to cats today, guys. So
let's see.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
All right, what's your take?
Decent applause.
Yep, what's your take?
That it's a lie. Like nothing will change. He's not going to bring about any effective deportation policy, effective policy that will help white people in any way. He's getting out there and he's saying it because he knows that's what because he knows that's where all the young men are headed.
Trump did. Did Vance?
Did he endorse
Vivek?
Vivek? I don't know.
Somebody Google that real quick.
They were college roommates, dude. I mean,
He
my
definitely
point
enforced
being is that even if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. For Vance not to endorse Vivek, it would be almost impossible to convince me it wasn't tactful. He named his son after Vivek.
His wife named his son after Vivek.
Well, meow.
Basically, my take on this is obviously from the obvious, like Josh said. Nothing real is going to change. I would go even further and say you never had to apologize. It was just it was never enforced, but it was always there. And so what happened was everybody just bent the knee to it. They allowed it to happen. They allowed the continuous apologies to roll in. Yes, he has endorsed Vivek.
Well, there you
go. Well, I mean, what did they agree on other than wanting to AI Ohio? I feel like there's you could do something with that. AI Ohio.
We missed the part in Vivek's speech where he goes, "I'll tell you what, we're not going to let that happen in my great state of Ohio." Remember that part? Ooh.
Yep.
Stings.
He all right, speaking of Ben Shapiro not being invited, he did have a speaking slot anyway.
For example,
let's see what Ben Shapiro has.
For example,
Oh, that's quiet.
A Hitler apologist, Nazi-loving, anti-American piece of refuse like Nick Fuentes.
Here, Josh.
You know, the Nick Fuentes who said that the Vice President of the United States is a, quote, fat gay race traitor married to a Jeet. The person who said that Charlie Kirk was a, quote, retarded idiot. The person who said, and pardon my language here, it's his quote, that he, quote, took Turning Point USA and fucked it, and that's why it's filled with groypers. If you have that person on your show and you proceed to glaze him, you ought to own it.
Well, he used glaze properly this time, so maybe people can change.
There is a reason that Charlie
He
Kirk
does it again,
despised
too.
Nick Fuentes, and indeed even chided Dinesh D'Souza for debating him. He knew that Nick Fuentes is an evil troll, and that building him up is an act of moral imbecility. And that is precisely what Tucker Carlson did. He built Nick Fuentes up. And he ought to take responsibility for that, just as he ought to take responsibility for glazing pornographer and alleged sex trafficker Andrew Tate, or for mainstreaming fake historian and pseudo-Nazi apologist Daryl Cooper as America's best and most honest popular historian.
Wow.
So he goes from bashing Nick to bashing Tucker. It's Ben Shapiro's not even supposed to be on the stage here. He wasn't invited by Charlie Kirk. He was never on this speaker list up until after Charlie had died. So what is Ben Shapiro doing? He doesn't belong there. And advocating for, I mean, I don't even know what he's saying here. Fuentes bad, Tucker Carlson bad because he platformed Nick Fuentes. It's like, dude, what do you what's the end goal here? What are they trying to do, Josh? Do you think they can win like this?
It's the limited hangout, dude. It's the we're gonna bash everyone, and he's gonna bash Tucker even though Tucker's there. And then Tucker's gonna get up there and kind of snide him. I do think here's the thing, when we talk about these grand conspiracies, we kind of think of it like in the movies where everyone is just like locked in. They've got these like lizard heads and they're in an upside down pyramid and they're dedicated to the mission. We forget that these people are human and they have their own biases. You know, they have their own problems. I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy is going to get up there and he's going to bring up the heritage Americans. Why? Because he's scared at the prospect of white people waking up. And in the same way he feels out of place on Christmas, he doesn't want white people to start looking at him like he's out of place, like he doesn't belong here. Ben Shapiro cares about Israel. He hates Nick Fuentes for his rhetoric on Israel, and he's going to go up there and he's just going to vent about all the bad things. He's basically there like, in case anyone here likes Nick Fuentes, I want you to remember that he called Charlie Kirk a retarded idiot, and that he had sex with Turning Point USA, and I was full of groypers.
I mean, largely true.
To me, the whole Larry Ellison stuff aside, the best argument that the Jews control the media are the fact that Rabbi Shmuley, Mark Levin are even allowed to speak. Dave Portnoy, Mike Rappaport, and Rabbi Shmuley. What did I already say? Mark Levin? Yeah.
Ben Shapiro,
these people,
Asup Clavin.
Well, that's the thing is like Clavin, he's not as visually offensive as someone like Rabbi Shmuley. And
visually offensive.
Yeah. Like Rabbi Shmuley is ugly. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that like how a doctor would tell you had cancer. Like God made you ugly. Like you are ugly. That's what it is.
Inside and out.
Inside and out.
Yeah, but if you just vote harder, dude. Josh, just vote harder, man. You know, if we're gonna win these midterms, we really need you to vote harder, dude. I mean, somebody mentioned Ben Shapiro's bleeding viewers, dude. Ben Shapiro is his. If you go to look at his social blade, dude, it is tanking across the board. I mean, he can't pull. I mean, he's got probably a few dozen thousand views. I don't know. So between 20 and 50,000 views on all his videos. Dude's pushing like like 9 million subscribers or something like that. Might be closer to 5, but the point stands.
350K.
Yeah. See, okay, he's got 8 mil on he's got 8 mil on Twitter. It's like, what are we doing, dude? Ben Shapiro has no pull anymore. He's done. He's cooked.
There's probably no way to see how many
actions.
He's lining the chimneys now.
Do we have the mud cookies ready to cook? Are we ready to cook the mud cookies?
Mud Bakers Unite. It's time for the Mud Bakers rev up those engines.
We can make 6 million mud cookies. I know we can. I believe in us. I believe in us. Levin was manhandling Trump like Rothschild poking Prince Charles. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's so I don't know if y'all saw it or did we review it? I don't think we reviewed it on here. You and Hayden. Actually, let's pull it up. This is Josh and Hayden before the Mark Levin thing. Very, very prophetic here.
Let me
very, very prophetic here from Josh. I mean, it is hand in hand, basically a copy paste from what we see with Levin. Josh, me and Josh took a trip down to Charleston with Hayden. You know, proud to slap. But let's see. I think
always done what's right. We've led the fight for gay rights. Harvey Milk fought to ban discrimination based on sexual orientation. Eddie Windsor was a leader in the fight for marriage equality. Miriam Ben Shalom challenged the ban on gay people serving in the military. We've helped lead the fight for racial justice. Our rabbis were BFFs with MLK. Together with black leaders, Jews helped to establish over 20 HBCUs. During the civil rights movement, Jews were disproportionately involved in the protests. We've led the fight for women's rights, for equal pay and the right to choose, and against discrimination in the workplace. Jews were also among the first on the ground in Turkey, Ukraine, and Haiti. In Judaism, when it comes to helping others, no action is too big or too small.
That's amazing, guys. Jewish W right here. They've been at the forefront of the civil rights movement. Where would our democracy be if Jews weren't here influencing the country, you know? Jews are a blessing on this nation, and what would we do without them?
That's absolutely right, Hadeen. I mean, think of all the amazing things we've accomplished, bringing the Africans here, freeing them, the central banking system, and pornography.
Yeah, well, all those women that, you know...
Dude, it's a 1-to-1, man. This is a 1-to-1.
I was intentionally like gripping him, like... I don't know if you remember,
dude.
but when we cut, I because I wrinkled the suit. I was like, I'm sorry, man.
Dude, it's so accurate though. It's so prophetic here.
Are now wealthy because they got into the porn industry, and it's been very empowering. Pornography has been extremely empowering for women, and you know, feminism, getting to vote. That's all thanks to Jews. So thank God, you know, modern women, you can blame that on Jews. So Jewish W's all around, all the time.
It's so good though, dude.
And hate and extremism wrote a rather long article about me. Quoted Judeo-Christian values.
Hate me to Israel. It's ceasefire. A real.
Dated a Jewish girl before, and my best friend is Jewish.
That's right. Very good, Hayden. Very good. He's a friend of the Jew. I'm calling for an immediate ceasefire, a real one this time, against my friend Hayden McDougal. And he's actually going on a trip with me to Israel. But whether or not he comes back, well, that's up to you.
I might love it so much that maybe I'll just stay in Israel, you know? The racism accusation, the misogyny accusation, I'll take that. The anti-Semitic accusation, I'm not going to stand for this because I am an ally to Jewish people.
That's right. How model Hayden?
Highest recorded IQs on the planet, I'm pretty sure.
One more time.
Highest IQs on the planet.
Very good.
Okay, so thank you guys, and please don't ban my Instagram account.
Notice he kind of broke character a little bit. He laughed at that. That was fun. We are so smart.
Let's see if I can find this clip. Yeah, right here.
This is our first Jewish president.
That was easy.
This is so what we just watched is Josh and Hayden before this happened. I mean, obviously this was the other day, but dude, it's so good. It's so close.
And I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening.
But and you are the greatest president. Thank you very much. And God bless you.
It's such a good manhandle too, man. Like Trump never been manhandled before. It's like that's his thing, you know?
Yeah,
that's his thing. And Mark Levin,
he's pretty
barely.
tall.
He's not. He's probably like 6 foot, maybe 6'1". And Trump's 6'3", and he's lost another 2 inches or so.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. I guess.
I mean, Mark Levin is like
Levin
literally
also
holding on to him at the top.
I think Levin's only a few years younger than him.
But yeah, we lost a little on the second one. Haven't fixed it yet, but when that comes around, the midterms, and we lose again, then we'll blame it on the elections again. We need it out, so we're gonna leave us some excuses on the board. It's exhausting. Yeah. Vote harder. Vote harder. We're talking about midterms here. What is going to happen? Obviously, lose. That's obviously what's going to happen. I want to get into something here in a second too, because I've been saying we and us a lot. I want to define that here in a second real quick. Mary Gam? How do we say that? Mary
Gam? That's what I would say.
I've been watching this gay Afghani called Basil, and he essentially convinced me to be anti-Civil Rights Act. Nick Fuentes didn't manage that. Have you heard of him? No. I don't watch gays nor Afghan
Gay Afghani named Basil or Basil.
I mean, just on the face, if you want to be anti-Civil Rights, thank you for a super chat. If you want to be anti-Civil Rights Act, all you have to do is understand that it completely nullifies at least freedom of association. It's a constitution in itself, and so it is completely usurpacious of the First Amendment. I'm not a First Amendment absolutist. I don't die on the scrolls of the Constitution, but I can recognize that it is contradictory on its face, and you're not supposed to be able to have two contradictory laws, something that without an amendment. You're not supposed to be able to usurp at least the Bill of Rights without an amendment. And so that's what the Civil Rights Act does. That's and I mean, dude, there's a book called
Hello?
Oofa. There's a book called The Unprotected. Let me go full screen. There's a book called The Unprotected Class.
Jeez.
It's by Jeremy Carl. If you want to learn about that and those in the position of civil rights and things like that, this is a necessary read. How anti-white racism is tearing America apart. It basically walks down chronologically how everything across the board has been destroyed through just throughout history, from various laws and Supreme Court rulings to the Civil Rights Act. I mean, at its core, we just need to go back to 1832. That's what I choose you. 1832. I choose you.
You ever see that meme? You know the meme of you ever see the Iron Giant? You see that movie? It's a kid's movie where the guy goes, "Launch the missile now," and then the nuke comes out of the submarine. I saw a meme. It was like did you know that if there was a nuclear war and all the major cities in America were nuked, it would bring the demographics back to like 1880s? And then it's like, launch the missiles now.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, if I had to go back, it would definitely be pre-Civil War. It would definitely be pre-Civil War. Probably pre-nullification crisis, which was in the 1830s. Which we should have had a war in the 1830s. We should have had a civil war in the 1830s and it just got pushed back. 1820. You keep badgering me, I'm going to go back to 1700, okay? I don't care. What are we talking about? I feel like 1960 is pushed for modern Americans. Wow.
This is the problem.
Is Mary new?
Is even,
Or
I think
new?
she is. I think she is.
Stick around. We
You
might learn some
might-
things.
you might be
Appreciate
a
you being here. Everybody's
stumbler.
new. We got a lot of new people in the chat too. NM Groyd, new, I think. Mary, relatively new, if not new. We appreciate you for being here. This seems like somebody that's been around, just changed their name. Milker
Yep.
Clinton body count.
Mike.
Oh, Mike or Clinton body count. Milker is better. To fix that. fix that. We appreciate it.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, Mary, our position is essentially that, or my position, I won't speak for Josh. All Americans are white, but not all whites are American. And so we can take that on through its line. This is what the founders wanted, up through even Abraham Lincoln himself would have espoused this, even though he kind of perpetuated this idea of propositional nationhood. And so we can take that. This is all going to be within the idea or the documentary that I'm building for what is an American. I want to define these things. You know, when they say our posterity, that's what we mean. When it says in the Naturalization Act of 1790, 95, 98, it says free white persons of good moral character. This is what they wanted. This is what they were espousing. This is what John Jay in his Federalist Papers number 2 said: a shared heritage, a shared culture, a shared tradition, a shared religion. This is kind of where we are from, that we are building to now. And so as we build on to that, at an absolute minimum, I think bare minimum, 1965 is the absolute latest, because you can just look at the immigration numbers from different continents, countries into America from there. But yeah, I kind of want to lay that out. I want to define it. I think free white person of good moral character is too vague. I agree when Charlie says we can't fit it in a single sentence, but I do think we can fit it in 3. And that's my position.
I like that.
Huh?
I like that.
You like that?
We
Yeah,
can't
I
fit it
think
in
we-
one sentence.
I think we can fit it in like 3. At least a modern, if you want to say a modern American, I think that we can do that. I mean, you would probably come at me and say, hey, what about the blacks that have been here since slavery? Well, they have something for that. I abuse the term foundational Black American because they want to abuse it. They want to find themselves as a new nation, which is foundational Black Americans. And I will give them that. Let's give them that nationhood. Now, everything they espouse beyond that, absolute reparations across the board, I think is absolutely delusional. That they built America, I think is absolutely delusional. But I do grant them that they are not Africans.
Right.
And you must also grant me that I am not European. I am American. I'm from European stock, but I am not European. I have no ties to Europe beyond whatever bloodline comes from me. And so even beyond that, you have biological markers. The vast majority of Americans have biological markers that Europeans just simply don't have. And so this is a difference beyond that. I don't know how deep I'll get into that in the primary one, but we will have follow-on discussions with people very, very specific to their case. Hopefully I can get a hold of some people that would entertain that biology discussion.
I'm down, dude.
That would be
I'm
fun.
excited.
That would be fun. They're not.
That's good.
That's a good.
That's a zinger.
That's a banger, dude. Merry Christmas.
Chat of the day.
Merry Christmas. This is America. We worship Jesus Christ.
Amen. There are no Muslim Americans. There are no Jewish Americans. There are no Somali Americans. What am I missing? Are there any Italian Americans?
Well, I mean, if you're going to hyphenate, the only reason you would hyphenate is to denote citizenship. And this is kind of what we were getting at earlier when we were talking about the ideological non-American, when we say tranny, furry, whatever they are. They have,
I think,
forfeited their Americanism through thought.
I think someone like Frank would say he's an American who can trace his history back to Italy. He wouldn't say
there are no Italian
Americans. There are no Italian Americans.
Italians cannot be American. Just jokes. We love our Italians. We love, we just want, just bring the lasagna. Just bring lasagna, and we'll be happy with it. I
You
would
guys
prefer
can
the
cook.
lasagna and Italians over the tacos and Mexicans. I would prefer the lasagna and Italians over the curry and Indians.
I was actually thinking about that today. I was like scrolling on one of the apps.
Lasagna American.
And
Let's go,
I saw a scene from the old Lady and the Tramp movie. You ever see that movie growing up? And it's there's like the scene where they're getting the dinner and the two Italian guys give them like the spaghetti. It's like the most famous scene from the movie.
Yeah.
And those guys were like super like their features were so exaggerated. And it's like, so Disney was just doing what everyone was thinking. But yet, like, so thumbs up to the Italians for not being little babies about it. You know, like they see those from Lady and the Tramp and no one cares. But then you see black people see Song of the South and they freak out. Which did you ever see Song of the South?
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen it, but like I saw all the worst parts from it, and I was like, what's everyone getting their tits in a tussle for? It's just a guy.
Anytime they can be a victim, dude.
Yeah,
That's,
the
that's
guy's like,
Boykin's law. Boykin's law. Anytime a non can be a victim, they will be.
I like that Boykin's law.
Where we at? We got like 15 minutes. Chat, do y'all have anything else you want to talk about? What do we have on the list that we haven't gotten to yet? TBUSA Rubs, Ben Shapiro's asked about USS Liberty.
Let's do that.
You want to watch it?
Nah, I would rather watch the next one. Is that Tucker? Yeah, this is Tucker, like kind of backhanded throwing shade, like addressing Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, okay. So Ben Shapiro, I think, spoke first.
Was throwing shade at Tucker.
Yeah.
This
and,
is his,
yeah. Okay.
I just got here and I feel like I missed the first part of the program. Hope I didn't miss anything meaningful. But I just want to say, I don't think I did. No, I'm just kidding. I watched it. I laughed. That kind of bitter, sardonic laugh that emerges from you when like Upside Down World arrives. When your dog starts doing your taxes and you're like, wait, it's not supposed to work this way. To hear calls for like deplatforming and denouncing people at a Charlie Kirk event, I'm like, what? This is hilarious. Yeah, this is hilarious. Actually, one of the clips I was listening to myself, thinking as I often do when I hear myself speak, which is never, because I never watch myself, but at these events they always play like the role of you. And I'm like, that guy is pompous. Woo! Sorry about that. We don't see ourselves clearly. But the prediction that, you know, at some point when Republicans took power again, which I did everything I could, you know, to help, and really felt that was important. I still think, you know, I was right. But I really thought that the impulse to deplatform people, or even to use the word platform as a verb, which it's not, it's a noun, don't steal my nouns, deplatform and denounce. Why haven't you denounced somebody else? The whole like Red Guard cultural revolution thing that we so hated and feared on the left that we did everything we could to usher in a new time where you could have an actual debate. I mean, this kind of was the whole point of Charlie Kirk's public life. And I think that he died for it. I really believe that. And I know a lot about it because the last several months of Charlie's life were devoted in part to arguing about this event, in fact, this speech, in fact, my speech here, which he asked me to do earlier this year, this summer, and was immediately put under just immense pressure from people who give money to Turning Point, I would assume good people, but who wanted him to take me off the roster. And this has all become public, and the whole thing is so sad that I never talk about it, except to say Charlie stood firm in his often stated and deeply held belief that people should be able to debate, and that if you have something valid to say, if you're telling the truth, you ought to be able to explain it calmly and in detail to people who don't agree with you, and that you shouldn't immediately resort to shut up racist. You shouldn't immediately go to motive. By the way, shut up racist is the #1 reason I voted for Donald Trump. And because I'm just sick of it. I mean, first of all, if I was a racist, if I was a bigot, I would just say so. Okay, it's America. You're allowed to be whatever kind of person you want. I'm not. I'm sincerely opposed, have always been, and will always be. But the style of debate where you prevent the other side from talking or being heard because you immediately go to motive. Well, I wonder why you're asking that question. I wonder why. Why are you asking that question? I detect in the question a certain evil in your soul. And everyone listening should know that listening to you implicates them, and that they someday may be asked to denounce you, and that friendship is not a reason to defend someone. Love is no defense. I kind of thought we'd reached the end of that. And as far as I'm concerned, we have. And I'm not going to play by those rules. I'm not going to engage in that. If someone doesn't like what I think, fine with me, as long as I get to express it. That's my view.
There we go. It is free speech, yo. This is the thing. This is so in case you're just getting here, here's a dirty little secret about all the free speech talk that a lot of the conservatives have been talking about over the past couple years, especially during the Biden era. It was never really about free speech. It was about my speech. It was about our speech, your speech. It was about, we don't want to be censored because we're right. We want to get in and censor them. At least that's what I think. I don't think we've actually fleshed out that discussion, Zeb, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. Yeah. I'm a free speech. I'm not a free speech absolutist. You should not be able to insult God in this country. You should not be able to
pro blasphemy laws, pro restriction on, what they say, fire in a crowded theater, pro not inciting violence. I'm for that. I know it may sound like I'm not sometimes.
In a 98% white country, two highly educated rich folks can discuss the tax rate. That's my definition of free speech. And that's the thing, is like Charlie wanted to foster a debate. What debate is anybody gonna have with a Somalian? What are they bringing to the table? What are these Muslims? What are these Jews?
I guess
what are any of them bringing to the discussion?
To get back to that point, and I think I agree with you. I think this is where you were getting at. I am for shutting down things that ought not be said.
Yes.
The point of this is to win. And when we win, we will shut things down, right? If they're going to do it, it's okay when we do it. It's okay when we do it. I'm for banning Muslim prayer in the streets.
This is something.
Is that free speech?
Yes.
Not here.
Not here. This is something Nick said years ago that has still resonated with me to this day. And he said, it's this idea in conservative circles that we haven't figured it out, that we're still kind of figuring out the next best thing. It's like, no, we know what's right and wrong. We know. We don't have to debate it. We're not. This is something I argue with my boss all the time. He's like, yeah, I'm Christian, but what are you gonna? Oops. What are you gonna like take away a Muslim's right to pray? It's like, yeah. And he goes, well, what if you're wrong? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm Christian. I don't care. And here's the thing: even if Allah is real, I'm gonna beat him. Yeah. I do not care. I do not care, because regardless of what is even true, we know that Christianity is the best religion. We know that European society is the best society. Now, I would argue Christianity is the best religion because it's true. I believe in all these things. And I'm not saying it doesn't matter what the truth is, but it's like, we know the Muslims are retarded. We know that sub-Saharan African countries don't work, and we know why they don't work. This whole like, well, let's just give everyone a chance. Well, we did. We let the gates open. We let everybody in. We let them do whatever they wanted, and we figured it out. They can't do it. They can't figure it out. So what we have to do, it does come down to this whole idea. It's like, well, America shouldn't be the world police. I'm not saying we should be the world police, but if you want what's best for Somalia, It should be under European authority, just like India was under Britain, and so on and so forth. The East India Trading Company, we should rule the world. That's the best possible outcome.
But to the point, let's kind of flush out this logical conclusion to absolutism of free speech. We know what it looks like. We know exactly what it looks like. If you don't want to take Charlie as an example, Charlie is an absolute free speech. He wanted to have debate with anyone and everyone. But the problem was, if he loses, they win. If he loses this free speech debate, they win. You could say the Groyper War was an example of that. He essentially lost that debate, and they won, Groypers. Charlie eventually started to adopt that position. That's why he got killed.
Go on, I finish your point.
But the logical conclusion is, if he wins, they shoot you. That's the logical conclusion. If you win the debate, if you win this free speech absolutist position, if you win, you lose. If you lose, you lose. There's no position in which you win and win. Free speech always ends in violence from people that are violent. They can't take it but so long, and so you have to shut them down before it starts. Because if you have a non-homogeneous country, pure disagreement across the board with people that are not open-minded, loosely aligned, it will always revert to violence. Always. This is just nature. It's natural. It's not me advocating for it. This isn't prescriptive. It's just descriptive. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing, this acceleration idea that I even see from people I like Anthony Cumia, Gavin McInnes. They talk about Zoran Mamdani up in New York City, and they're like, you know what,
Correct,
good.
You
know what, good. Let Mamdani get in there and screw it up so bad that finally the people will see that these Democrat policies don't work, that these crazy leftists are stupid. That's not how these people operate. You have to stop anthropomorphizing these people. You have to start this is what I tell my sisters. It's like, if you see a dirty black guy with missing teeth, you need to, like, if you turn a corner in an alleyway and you see that, imagine he's a bear. What would you do if it were like a wild animal? And I know the A word kind of triggers that thought process in people's minds, but that's what you have to think of. And it's like, these people don't operate logically. For you to impose logic on them, it goes off. It just falls off. It's like, and another perfect example, Lori Lightfoot in Chicago, crazy retarded black woman ruins the city. And what do all of the people of Chicago do? What do all the black voters in Chicago? Well, she wasn't good enough. She wouldn't give me more money. So they put in a more retarded black person because, oh, the white people, that's why all the millionaires are in Atlanta, because they oppressing us. Excuse me. Can a white boy get some motion? but yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They ruin it. We can't let them ruin it. We have to fix it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Lord of the Reef from earlier said, we love our Somalis. We love our Muslims. Oh, they so good. Oh, they so sweet.
We love our fertilizer.
Marie says, I want to touch on this real quick. Maybe this will make a little bit more sense. Marie says, Zeb, you're not
getting a lot of gals in the chat today. A lot of silly geese.
Zeb, you're not for free speech if you add a but. Free speech, absolute, or no free speech at all. Sure. I mean, I don't care. At its core, here's the argument. First of all, I don't think rights exist. The rights aren't a thing. We can have that discussion another time. Beyond that, the Constitution was written for their posterity. The Constitution was written for Americans. I am a free speech absolutist when it comes to Americans. I am a Second Amendment absolutist when it comes to Americans. The question is, how, and go on down the list through all of the amendments. I don't care. The question is, how do you define American? And if you allow an American to be an anchor baby like Vivek and give him a microphone and give him a platform, then he's going to say retarded shit. Vivek should not have a microphone, nor a platform, nor citizenship, and should have none at all. What do you want to call it? Movement? What do you want to call it? Influence? Whatever you want to call it. You shouldn't be able to run for office. I am a free speech absolutist to an extent. I mean, we could probably debate that for Americans. That's the question. Moving forward, that is the question. What is an American?
Star Lion is like just starting out the show. He's he's talking about a joke I made at the beginning. That's the thing is, it's like, guys, quit. Like, you care about all the wrong things. Like, the Constitution is a tool to achieve a goal. We remember we talked about this when we first started the show. The conservative boomers and most conservatives in general, they see a goal and then they come up with a plan to achieve it. But then as time goes on and the world changes around them, eventually the plan is no longer useful to achieving said goal. But they have the steps because that's easier. You know, people like to compartmentalize things. So if I come up with a plan to fix the problem, which of course we should, you know, you try to go by it step by step. But then the next thing you know, you're 80 years old and preserving the free market, it doesn't matter. Beating communism, it doesn't matter. That's not real. Which that was sold a bill of lies in the first place.
But yeah, I mean, that's always the thing. It's like, okay, how are you going to fix the mass immigration coming through the country, the invasion that's happening? The answer is always, we need to get back to the Constitution. Always from the boomers.
Yes.
We need to get back to the Constitution. The Constitution is what brought you here. Get back to it. That's what got us here in the first place.
Yes.
And people misinterpret it. I know I'm bringing up Maria a lot here. As a Christian, I never want my government to enforce Christianity.
Why not?
Neither. No, hold on, Josh. Me neither.
Okay.
What I do want enforced is no Muslims. What I do want enforced is no Hindus. No. Let's crack down on the demon worship. All right, as a Christian, would you agree that we should crack down on the demon worship? No demon worship? I think we can agree on that.
Yeah. If what you're saying is
worship, I'm not enforcing Christianity, but no demon worship.
We're not going to hold a gun up to like an atheist kid that's doubting their faith and be like, you're going to be Christian, but we're not going to allow things that we know are bad. We know. I mean, I'm sure you would agree that we need to get these Muslims out of the country. Well, why? Because their religion is incompatible with it? Okay. We can either try to convert them or kick them out. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's their choice to allow the violence. It's either you go or violence. It's either you go or you go violently.
Move or you will be moved.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not for enforcing Christianity, but we're going to get something close.
Endorsing it.
I don't know. We went on a tangent, Josh.
Yeah.
Anyway, TPUSA back.
Where were we?
That's 5 o'clock. Anything else before we go, chat? First of all, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all of the new people in the chat. I mean, you know, we have the mic here, so we have a little bit of an advantage, and it is what it is. So thank y'all for joining today.
We will not be here next, or I won't be here.
You won't be here next week?
No, I'll be traveling.
Next week will be okay. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We could probably do a call-in show.
I could I could maybe call in for a minute, but it depends on if
Gasser goes, do you really want all those Jeets in heaven?
Hey, okay, all right. Come on. We want everyone to go to heaven. Hey, we'll be given new and glorified bodies, which I'm sure means that they'll be showered. They'll be clean.
They will still be Indian. They will still be
Yes.
Indian.
Yeah, but they'll be new and glorified.
Because in Revelation it said they wore robes of white of all the nations. So we denoted the nationhood across the board.
Does it take a little bit of extra glorification of the body?
Well, I mean, it would take, I guess, you have justification. You have justification, which is the salvation. And then you have sanctification, which is an ongoing process of storing up treasures, if you will. So I don't think it's going to matter in heaven. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah. Maybe you won't even notice.
Listen,
heaven, but
I want India to be a Christian nation.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking, I want India to be a Christian nation. Let's colonize India and convert all of them. Let's take Vivek and send all of him and his brothers back to India and share the good news with them. Lord of the Ring, thank you for super. Marie, appreciate you for joining us today. Thank you for super chat. J.R. Williams.
And here's the thing. India would probably be one of the best ones to convert.
Just from sheer number standpoint?
But I was gonna say you start chopping up their cows and making burgers. They're gonna be like, dude, there's no way a good God would keep this from us. God wants you to have cheeseburgers in moderation.
Was it on the show? Was it on this show where we were talking about somebody was saying they would eat bison chili, but they wouldn't eat cow meat chili, like hamburger chili.
An Indian?
Yeah. No, I was doing it late night. Cash Patel said he likes chili, but it's got to be bison meat and not cow meat, not beef.
So the bison aren't reincarnated ancestors?
They're bovine. They're both bovine. I mean, they're the same family. They're cousins. I was like, how do you get the bison?
Maybe
not God cows, but cows are.
That's a good question. So I was going to say, are the cows in India their ancestors and the cows here are our ancestors? Are the buffalo the Indians' ancestors? That's the only thing that makes sense. That explains
it doesn't make sense at all. That's kind of the problem. But I don't know, man. The Indians kind of believe some weird stuff. I mean, Cash Patel doesn't eat cow. He's running your code. Oh, this is what I was going to get to.
I don't trust people.
One more thing before we go, chat. This is what I was going to get to. I was going to talk about how your Republican administration is occupied by Democrats. Let me pull it up. Won't take 10 seconds.
Got the Ghostbusters outside. What the heck?
That's I don't know. It's an odd sounding fire truck. This is let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up on this one. There we go. All right, so I posted this tweet. I was going to make a list of all of like the commentators that used to be Democrat that are now Republican, or at least like loosely left that are now pretty substantially right.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are the people that have shifted their Democrat position to Republican. What's the difference between conservatives and Democrats? I was debating this John W. James guy. The Democrat hasn't switched parties yet. That's what we're dealing with here. Donald Trump was a Democrat not even that long ago in the late 2000s. Pam Bondi, also Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, Bassett. What's his first name? Why am I blanking right now?
Scott
Bassett. Yeah. Howard Lutnick. All these people are in your Republican government running things. They are Democrats with the new label. And so the question is, okay, the Uniparty exists, yes, but they all just simply used to be Democrats. It's a lie. It's a lie through labeling. Ronald Reagan himself was a Democrat that turned Republican. Because I believe, to quote him, I was young and dumb, or something to that effect. But I would argue that mass amnesty is very Democrat. So how much shift did he actually have? Don't make the same mistakes of England. Look what they got for themselves. Create a Pan-American federation with white stock states all over the world. Yeah, I mean that's loosely what I would advocate for. I mean, there's definitely ways to go about it, but that's kind of the question we have. I mean, you're pro-colonization, conquering.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're taking it back.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's reconquer the world. The American empire needs to actually be an American empire. Anything else before we go? I'm crashing hard. It's been a minute. I haven't slept. I appreciate y'all for joining us today. We need mass deportation. Yes, we do, Julian. Like 100 million. Like 100 million. We just need to deputize white Americans and make America America again. This isn't hard.
Yeah.
This isn't hard, guys. This isn't hard. If you haven't liked the stream, go ahead real quick. Please do that. Also, the link to my channel is in the description. The link to Josh's channel is in the description. You can support us through Super Chats, which I appreciate everyone has done today. And tomorrow we'll be, me and John should be doing factions tomorrow at 3 on here. And then Thursday's Christmas. Y'all doing Groper Report Saturday?
No.
No Groper Report.
Nick is not doing any content, so there's nothing to report on.
Okay. So I guess the next one we'll have John on factions tomorrow, and then I probably won't do a show tomorrow. If I do one, it'll be in the evening, and then Monday, Tuesday will be the next one after that. But we're not doing it, and so I don't know. It'll be wishy-washy, guys. It'll be wishy-washy.
We're taking Christmas time off, but we will be back hard. Pause in the new year.
Pause. Forging Forward, appreciate it. $10 said, just wanted to stop by and wish y'all Merry Christmas. Appreciate all the great content this year, guys. Dude, we've made some massive progress, dude. I'm not to toot our horn too much, Josh. I think we've done a lot.
I'm very impressed. When you first was like, dude, we got to do a podcast together. I'm like, all right, sure. Let's see if I have the time. And look what it's become. And also, I was gonna say, it's been a year almost.
Almost a year. It'll be. I think we started early February or something like that.
It was like tail end of January.
Okay.
I remember it was like January 29th.
So we're like 11 months now. Solid progress, solid connections. I think exponential. 2026, our year. I just need to start picking fights with people. Like I don't already do that. Oh, it is what it is.
Let's start small. Let's start with Vivek. Let's start with JD.
Dude, you know who I want stupid Gates Garcia. That's who I want. He posted another video.
Timu John Travolta. He did?
He posted another video.
What's wrong
Bradley
with
Martin
this guy?
commented under it and said, you would come off more authentic if you didn't read off of a screen. Or read off of the script. I commented under Bradley Martin. I said, yo, Brad, have me and the Mexican on for a discussion.
That
never gonna happen, dude. He would never agree to that. Call him out. Gates Garcia. What a retard. What a fraud. We'll never be on screen together. I can almost guarantee you that. He will avoid that entirely.
Oh, with Gates Garcia?
Yes.
Dude.
He would never touch it.
Yeah. What did he even talk about? The first two were Droiper stuff.
I didn't watch it. Same stuff. Okay.
Now, is it Nick Fuentes?
No, I don't think it was. Oh, what the founders actually believed.
Enlighten us, Mr.
The United States of America was founded on Judeo-Christian principles, not Christian principles with a footnote, not Christianity.
Doubt. All right, so Atlas quote tweeted this, and he said, because he was arguing what the founders actually believed about Jews in America, and he goes on to say America was founded on Judeo-Christian principles. And Atlas just screenshotted this, basically saying that Judeo-Christian didn't exist prior to 1930s.
I also love how he tried to because we always talk about how, oh, the hyphen, you hyphenate something and that takes away from it. He tried to flip it just then. It's like not Christian with an asterisk.
Talk about something that should be uncontroversial in America, but somehow isn't anymore. The United States of America was founded on Judeo-Christian principles. Not Christian principles with a footnote. Not Christianity that reluctantly made room for the Jews later on. Judeo-Christian, from the beginning, by design, written into the DNA of the country. And yet in
Wrong.
I thought for a second he had a picture of a monkey behind him, but that's Abraham Lincoln, I think. I thought I'd throw you that with that. I thought you'd like that.
You could be president in case hanging. Great collab. Great collab. Deport Garcia. Deport. I hit it so hard my what's it called? Drumstick thing? Where it went. It went somewhere. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm ZebBoykin.
I'm Joshua Vandernord.
This is Outside the Overton. If you haven't, go ahead, like the stream and share it out. We will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Josh will see you after the new year. We appreciate it. And thank y'all for sticking around for so long. Please support Nav. Share it out with anyone else. We are pushing out crazy amounts of content, I feel like.
Absolutely. Hey, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Christ is King.
Good evening, everyone. I'm This tragedy strikes the LAPD. The coronavirus has taken the life of an officer. He had been fighting for his life since May. It was live outside St. John's Hospital on Tuesday night where the officer lost his life.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be America first. America first. And only America first. And I say, really, you know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.